Hello everyone, my name is Benjamin, and in today's video we shall be talking about how to write an informal letter. How to write an informal letter. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can have other videos that will be uploaded from time to time. So let's get started with today's video, how to write an informal letter. Let's look at, of course, I've inserted some links here that can help you to gain access to Amazon.com. That's where the complete ebook around which this video is centered is published. The title of the ebook is How to Score High in Your English Exams, and the links here will take you to Amazon, while you also have my email address, benjamininfo33@gmail.com. You can write me with this email, and of course whatever inquiries you have concerning the book, or you are having problem with gaining access to the ebook at Amazon, of course you will get clarification. If you want to get a copy of the book directly and pay in Naira, of course you can email me and get a copy right away from me. So let's get started. The first thing we have to look at in today's video is what is an informal letter. Of course, it is something that is simple that we all know. An informal letter is known as a friendly or personal letter. It is personal because it is the type of letter you write to someone based on the relationship, the personal relationship you share with them. Examples are letters to your friends or your relatives, such as your father, mother, uncle, aunt, brother, sister, and so forth. Now, it's a personal letter, it's a friendly letter. Now, let's look at the features of an informal letter. The first is your address and date. We are going to illustrate. I'm going to give you a sample, show you a sample, but that will be in the next video that will be upcoming. The title of that video will be Writing an Informal Letter. Today we just want to look at how to write an informal letter, and then we are looking at what it is and what the features are. So your address is supposed to be on the right hand side of your writing sheet, the top right hand side of your writing sheet, such as in this place. You simply write your address and then you write the date. And then the second feature will be the salutation or greeting, and this depends on who you are writing to. If you are writing to your father, you can simply write Dear Father. Of course, there are very different ways that you may like to put it. You may write My Dear Father. In that case, dear should have small letter. Once you are beginning with M, capital M, My Dear Father. Of course, Dear Mother can be My Dear Mother, you know. Now, if you are writing to a friend, you can simply write Dear Jane or My Dear Jane, Dear Mark or My Dear Mark, as the case may be. Of course, there are variations. People may simply want to begin on very, very informal note and simply say, Hi, Ma, you know. But if you are writing for an exam, make sure you at least put it in a way that is very acceptable. Number 3, that's the third feature, will be the message or the body of the letter. when we discussed formal letter, we talked a lot about the features, but we can see the difference between the features of the formal letter and the features of the informal letter. In that of the formal letter, our receiver, we have to put the address of the receiver as well as the official title of the receiver. But in this case, we are not putting any official title and we are not putting any address. We are simply beginning with the salutation, after which we go straight to the message or the body of the letter. Of course, the body of the letter is the content. That's what the letter is all about. And then it's always divided into three parts: the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. Now, those are the three main parts of the basic parts of an essay, and the letter is a semblance of an essay, and in the content of the letter, you need to observe those traditional, keep the traditional structure of a good write-up. So in your introduction, you may begin with, inquiries or, just extending some pleasantries, such as how are you, and how is your health, how is everyone at home, and so on. Of course, if you are writing for an exam, you may decide to use that opening, or you may decide to use the direct opening and reserve your inquiries and pleasantries for the last paragraph. That approach is good, considering the fact that this is an exam and there is a specific content that the examiner has asked you to write. For example, the examiner may ask you to write a letter to your younger brother who is schooling in another part of the country, possibly discussing the dangers of bad company or evil friends, or warning him against the danger of truancy and keeping company with evil friends, for example. So you may go direct into discussing that, and after which you then extend some pleasantries. So that is exactly how to approach. It's always good that you create an outline, especially to develop the central body of the message, which will be paragraphs 2, 3, and 4 as the case may be. So if you are discussing 3 reasons why your brother should shun truancy and keeping company with evil friends, then you can discuss these 3 points in the 3 paragraphs within the central body of the essay. Of course, you have the introductory paragraph, which is paragraph 1, and you have the last paragraph, which could be paragraph 5, just to conclude what you have started writing. So that's so much for the body of the letter. The message is informal in tone. Of course, short forms are allowed here. Depending on the person you are writing to, it's also permissible to maybe share some jokes, and some measure of slang expressions can be allowed here, in so much as they are not outrageous. Of course, even in informal letters, the degree of informality will differ from one receiver to another. For instance, the tone of the letter you write to your younger brother will differ from the tone of the letter you write to your father, for example. The kind of jokes you can share with your classmate cannot be shared with your uncle, for example. So in letter writing, we adopt the conversational tone, the tone with which you speak to the person one-on-one is also the kind of tone you will use when writing a letter to the person. The degree of familiarity determines the tone of the letter. Now, the fourth feature is the subscription or complementary clause, and it's always ideal to use the complementary clause yours sincerely, or yours ever, or yours affectionately. If you are writing to your mother, for instance, you can write your loving daughter, etc. So, but a few mistakes we must draw attention to. When you write your, of course, you can come with an adjective and a noun, or simply a noun. You can say your daughter, but you cannot say your affectionately. You cannot say your sincerely. Again, you cannot say yours daughter. That will be unacceptable. Once you put yours, it must be followed with an adverbial. Yours sincerely, yours truly, yours affectionately, yours ever. Once it is yours, it must be followed by an adverb or an adverbial. But if you put your, then of course it can be followed with a noun phrase, which could be a combination of a noun modified by an adjective. So observe these rules, and once you say yours sincerely, you put a comma. And then the last one, your first name only. In writing a formal letter, you write your full name, beginning with your surname. But in the case of an informal letter, you simply write your first name. If your name is Mary, you simply write yours sincerely, Mary, or yours ever, Mary, or your loving daughter, Mary. And then you put a full stop after that first name. So that's exactly the way an informal letter, the kind of things that you will find in an informal letter. As I said before, in our next video, we shall be giving a clear illustration. We shall look at a sample letter, and then we look at the parts and we discuss the content in greater detail and show the step-by-step procedure for writing the letter. Don't forget that in writing a good letter or a good essay for that matter, 4 major parameters are always used in judging these write-ups, especially by the notable examining bodies such as WAEC, NECO, and so on. The first is content, the second is organization, the third is expression, and the fourth is mechanical accuracy. We shall be looking at this in details and how we can take this into due consideration when doing the actual writing of the letter. On the very last note, don't forget to use the links for Amazon to gain access to Amazon if you are interested in getting the ebook How to Score High in Your English Exams. What we do in these videos can only be likened to scratching the surface or the tip of the iceberg. The detailed content can only be found in the ebook, and if you want to buy the complete ebook, you can use this link and gain access to Amazon.com. There you will find the title, How to Score High in Your English Exams. And of course, you will obtain a copy there. Alternatively, you can write me via my email address, benjamininfo33@gmail.com. And whatever inquiries or requests or assistance you may require in connection with these books or this video, of course, you will get prompt response. This is where we draw the curtain in today's video. We have been discussing how to write an informal letter, and I believe we have done justice to it. Don't forget, please remember the key points we discussed, what an informal letter is, the types of informal letter, the kind of persons we can write this letter to, and then the key features. You should be able to master the features of an informal letter so that whenever you are asked, you can give a quick rundown of them. And when you want to write an informal letter, you can always follow the features and write a good informal letter. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I just want to thank you for your time. Remain blessed, keep learning because learning never stops. Stay safe, and bye-bye for now.